And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Hey, South. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. I know he ain't got it.
On first down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Oh, you got deep? Check.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They've got his man complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Now Ryan on first down. Jones has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Showing it. Gun. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the ship. Check. Watch the ship.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, wait. Hey, yo, D. It's just me and you. It's just, hey, Tuesday. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
To throw is Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check Mike 33. Let's set a tone, fellas.
51, Tom. 20. Face.
Banjo.
Hey, Charlie.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. The opening drive, keep those chains moving.
A gain of 6 there on first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Roby, the ex-Buckeye, with a corner blitz and the sack. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Mike, 58. 59. It's our time. It's our time. Mike, spot 9.
Hey, Rick. Hey, orbit.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
We got this.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
A gain of 8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Two, running. Watch time.
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Denver.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on now, come on now.
2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you see, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
SOS.
Wait! 49, check 49, check 49.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Okay, just like that.
Hey, exit.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kill.
11.
Smith, his first carry. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check. 21.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
20. Wide. Get wide. Hey, Tuesday.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check. Get the way. Check the hot read. Check 3. Check 26. Get up.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
Check Mike 33.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run by Lindsey. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This is Freeman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Got it. 45, Mike, 45. Check the out.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
They had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Set, ready. Time to end him. Check 45. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On first down, Lindsey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Strip that ball. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Hey, take that. Safety's creeping. Joker, 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 Joker.
Greystone travel.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He's got a first down past the 30. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian McCaffrey, 85 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
This is intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him, where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Check, check. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Wait! Wait!
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Ryan to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Falcons on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, check. Hey, Delta.
33. 33. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, South. Motion backfield.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rosa's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 4.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Ben Banagoo, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
59.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
21.
Check 33. 33.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Ready to go.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
51, South. Hey, express. 54, South. Hey, zoom.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Sponge. No. Back. Check.
McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Ready, 280. White. 22. Hey, Foxtrot.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the screen.
54, South.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Slip.
21.
Slip.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, 59, ready.
Check 24.
51, down.
This is McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike, check 33. 33. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Gun.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
22.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Bravo.
He'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Ryan now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Base.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Gun.
Promotion.
Let him go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Ryan. This complete to Jones. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, Ridley. Hey, seam 6.
One last shot for Ryan. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I had given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.